Here's how they line up. This is round 20 of the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. Ella Lloyd starts on pole with Kai Darianani alongside Leo Robinson and Yuanpu Cui next up from Reza Seaworthen and Abby Pulling completing row 3. Fourth row, Bart Harrison and Jack Sherwood, then it's Alex Ninovich and Martin Molnar, Rowan Campbell-Pilling and Deegan Fairclough. Alex Berg next from Chloe Chong, Maxwell Dodds and Nina Gateman, Yuhao Fu and James Higgins, having a disastrous weekend so far, through completed by Zach Schooler. Cars on the grid. What a shot that is. Lovely to see the blue sky here at Knockhill. And Ella Lloyd, what a story we've got with Ella Lloyd. She had an incident yesterday, wound up upside down, and the team have been, I believe, working on the car all night to get her out, to have this pole position as we get the... We'll come back to that in a moment because we've already got the green flag from the back of the field. Lloyd and Darianani on the front of the reverse grid race. Leo Robinson and Yuanpu Cui are next up. Robinson had his first win in one of the away days. Again, we'll talk about that later on. Lloyd gets away very well indeed. It's a good start right the way down the grid. Darianani's going to have a look to the outside as they go down to Duffers. Side by side they go. Darianani still challenging here. Gets the lead. They bang wheels now into the second part of the corner. But Ella Lloyd was not to be denied that. Darianani's going to have a look at the inside as they head towards the chicane for the first time. That was a frantic start, Phil.
It was, wasn't it? Them two took each other out yesterday. That's how Ella Lloyd ended up upside down yesterday. So luckily there was no repeat of that. But yet it was between them two. As you can see, Darianani trying to chase Ella Lloyd down as he comes sideways through Clark. But yeah, great little start from the pair of them there. Here we are on board with Reza Seaworthen, all trying not to lock up. He's got the outside line. He's got to try and tuck up behind, get on the gearbox of the car in front, get the slipstream up the hill and try and make sure that he doesn't lose any time, ready for maybe an attack into turn 1. But he's got Bart Harrison right behind him, trying to make a move on Reza Seaworthen. But I'm not sure if he gets through. He's left enough room. Yep, through the first corner. Now into turn 3, and now you can see Darianani under pressure from Leo Robinson. Yeah, this is good news for Ella Lloyd, isn't it? Leo has already had that first race win. We've had a couple of away weekends on Grand Prix circuit, Silverstone GP and Zandvoort, and we'll talk more about those a little bit later on because we need to look at the restart, or the start, a replay of. Here we go. Yeah, very good start from Ella Lloyd there. As you can see, she did get someone alongside her, which was Darianani, into the first corner, but then they went side by side through turn 1. You can see down here just getting a run. He tries to go around the outside, but not quite made it stick, and then they make a little bit of contact, still side by side as they break for turn 3.
Now Robinson up into second position now, so Leo Robinson, who's already, as we said, had a win in the championship. The JHR team being coached by Ricky Collard. It was nice to have a little natter with Ricky yesterday about how good these drivers are. And Ella Lloyd, I've got to say, showing very little in the way of nerves, which is exemplary given what happened yesterday. Yeah, exactly. You know, the fact that was a big crash as well. That was a lot of debris all over the place as she went over into the gravel. Into turn 1, I believe it was. Yeah. And yeah, so that's really impressive for her to get away. It's going to help the fact that her teammate Leo Robinson is now behind her. But back on board with Seaworthen here, trying to get the run on Shui in front of him in the Argenti car. There's a little bit of a slipstream there. It's starting to work. You can see as they come over the hill, they open up the first corner using the pit lane exit, but not quite enough space there. Then gets a run through 2. Some people do try and throw it down the inside into 3, but it's very risky. As you can see, the roading cars going side by side through 3 as well. Reza chasing points, of course. He needs to stay ahead of that, and that's one of the drivers he needs to stay ahead of. Alex Ninovich, second in the championship. Ninovich and Fairclough have got a fairly big lead over Reza at the moment. I was talking to him. Yes, let's see if we can see what happened to. Oh yes, it was. Wasn't it his teammate? I think. I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Higgins that went down the inside, and yeah, made a bit of contact, which has pushed him wide. That is not going to be a happy tent after this race, is it? It won't be. You get that at various points of the season. F4 back with us now for all the rounds, incidentally, which is great news. So we'll enjoy their racing for the rest of the campaign at Silverstone and Donington Park and Brands Hatch. So Ella Lloyd coming under pressure from her teammate. You can see JHR running on the multiples of 11 numbers. There's the 44 car out front at the moment. Kai Darianani is not being left either. Yuanpu Cui, the ROKiT Championship leader, is in 4th position. Braking into 3rd gear for turn 3. On the throttle as you get to the apex.
up to 5th gear as they come up to the chicane. Little dab on the brake, using a lot of the left-hand curve, but not too much of the right, and also not using the green on the exit. And we're down to 4th here for Clark. Again, not running too wide, playing it very safe there. And then a good running up to 6th, all the way down this back straight, ready for the braking zone. Heavy braking zone into 2nd gear after the 100-metre board, rolling off the brake, making sure the car rotates, making sure the front gets in, and give yourself the best exit possible. Back up to 6th down the start-finish straight.
Superb lap. Thanks for that, mate. That was a absolutely enthralling lap and a great view of Yuanpu Cui trying to have to deal with Kai Darianani to try and get onto the podium. Couldn't quite do that. Further racing going on.
Oh,
a little
look
bit
up
further
there.
back. That's Higgins.
Yeah, he's had a nightmare there. Yeah, he's got damaged wing, we think. He's just gone a little bit wide. I think he's locked up with that bit of damage. He did actually get beached in qualifying yesterday. And I don't know if he's done the same again there.
Yeah, we have 3 red flags in qualifying yesterday, which is why James Higgins is uncharacteristically down towards the back.
Just not stopping there, is it? And you can see he slows it down, doesn't want to come on the track too quickly. Oh, nice move there for Leo Robinson. Very late move, and Ella Lloyd just didn't see that one coming. He thought about it, he then thought maybe not, and then the last second he just moved. He's now got the inside line, coming over the line, ready for turn 1.
Yeah, Ella's going to have to watch out for Kai Darianani here. I think the position is going to go. Is she going to brave it out? No, she realises that her teammate has got the race lead. Super move here. Who says there's no overtaking in F4 now? So Lloyd down into P2. The young Welsh lady racer still there and had a P2 at Silverstone in the reverse grid race. So this is not unusual position for her to be in. Abby Pulling had another 2nd position, by the way, which was in the reverse grid race at Zandvoort. And we think that Kai Darianani there, the Fortec, the white and red car Fortec machine, having a track limit as well. And that's the kind of worms that we probably didn't want to open up, track limits, but not the best here this weekend, I don't think. For many of the teams have been saying to me, you know, we've done the testing, the training, the coaching on one configuration. Saturday morning they said, okay, you're allowed on one line, and now you're not allowed on either line.
It's inexcusable now. The championship and the MSA, they need to just tell the teams and tell everyone what they're going to do over the weekend, so that when they test, they can do it the right way, and do everything properly. But it's just it's not fair on the teams or the drivers, because, you know, they don't get told the information in the testing. So things need to change. But look at this, Leo Robinson, great move. Looked a little bit out of control, but the 2 teammates gave each other room. But that was a fantastic move from that angle, especially.
Yeah, do you know what? Sometimes here it is again. Oh, beg your pardon, I thought we were going to have another look. But when you're watching at this part of the circuit, that's exactly what it looks like. And the TV cameras pick that up so well. Sometimes you don't get the speed on the camera, but there you do. You see the car shoot out of sight into the hairpin. What a dive that was.
Yeah, is that Campbell?
Is that Rowan
Pilling?
Campbell Pilling? It was, yeah. It is Rowan who's in pit lane. Not sure what happened there.
That was a last-minute decision to turn left. I don't know why.
It almost looked like he was possibly pinged in there by whoever he was side by side with.
He is. Oh yeah, he's got damaged wing. Yeah.
So we'll see Rowan running off the front row in the next race for the F4 Championship. 2-year programme for him. That's Alex Berg, isn't it?
Berg's run wide there, or got pushed wide. I don't know. We'll have a look at the replay. But yeah, he's just trying to get back on the circuit. It's a nightmare trying to drive over the...
They get a track limits penalty now.
It's more trying to get off the damp Scottish ground of you know, the grass. He's been squeezed wide there. Oh no, it was further back, wasn't it? It was his teammate. And look, the camber is falling away all the time there. He can't get off the grass. He's then stuck in the gravel, and he's taken all the way to the exit of the chicane to get back on the circuit.
Just having a quick look at the ROKiT Championship points and positions in this one. The top rookie at the moment is Yuanpu Cui, who's in 4th place. Then Bart Harrison a couple of places back. Martin Molnar, head of Zach Skula. Zach's come through really well, Zach Skula, from the back of the grid and up into 4th place in the rookie category. So XL Motorsport having again, I think Zach, a driver, having problems in qualifying. I think he was another stoppage cause, but he's had a good race so far, not too far away from Martin Molnar, who's in 3rd.
That's some serious pace from Leo Robinson. He's pulled away a big gap there from his teammate. He actually hasn't got the fastest lap anymore. It's actually Ninovic who obviously went off further back. He's managed to catch up and put the fastest lap in, but more time penalties. It's now 10 seconds for 23 and 48. We can see Higgins, he's had to retire, so I'm not sure what sort of damage he had. But yeah, 23 and 48. We've got Berg and also Skula. But Skula is now in the pits with front wing damage. Everyone's getting front wing damage in this race.
It is shame for Skula. He was on for some decent rookie championship points there. But this one at the moment with Robinson and Lloyd, this is the way they finished at Silverstone in the reverse grid race there, which was the first of their 2 away days. So a little bit of a repeat for them. Robinson out front, Lloyd in second, Darren Arney third. Yuanpu Cui, who's been a little bit off the pace this weekend, you have to say. I think for the drivers that have had experience of UAE testing and things like that, Knockhill is very far removed from the Grand Prix circuits that they're probably aspiring to.
It certainly is. It's very
I don't
different.
mean that disrespectfully.
No. Everyone loves this circuit. Everyone loves coming here. It's very, very different. It's like a big go-kart track, a little bit wider, and they absolutely love it. But it's like you say, it's nothing like the circuits that they're going to be on when they're moving up their careers into F3, F2, and potentially F1. Because yeah, no one can see an F1 going around here, even though we'd love it. Especially imagine them going over the chicane.
We had the Gordon Murray's car going around yesterday, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? So let's see again. Seaworthen is trying everything to try and get the run, but it's not quite getting the exit coming out of the hairpin on this particular lap. You can see, and I think Harrison is starting to catch that pack now. Yeah, you can see Harrison pulling Fairclough. Fairclough's now trying to make a move on pulling as he comes over the line into turn 1. Great move from Fairclough, and he's got the fastest lap of the race.
He has High-Tech Pulsate, who of course lead the team's championship, and that's a statement of intent from Deegan. You know, he can sit back now. He's got such a big lead. It's 76-point lead, Deegan Fairclough, and it doesn't matter to him whether it's reverse grid or not. All he's worried about is getting in front of the driver who's ahead of him. That's the only thing that matters to him.
And the next one, he's already there with Bart Harrison in the CDR car. He's already got a run, got a slipstream. Is he going to go for a move going into the hairpin? He's very good on the brakes here. This is how he got the lead yesterday. He's thought better of it. As you can see, Harrison just had a slight lock-up. So is he going to try and do the same move? He's not quite close enough. But Ella Lloyd holding her own there in P2. And you can see further back, we've got Sherwood, who's trying to make a move over the line. Sherwood and Molnar, that is.
Yeah, Martin Molnar's got better and better as the season's gone on. Virtuosi really starting to put some results together, which has been really heartening to see over the last couple of rounds. And Martin Molnar, outright podium pace now we're seeing from him, which is really, really good to see. Yeah,
he was very good yesterday, and his teammate Dodds as well, he was very good at Zandvoort.
Yeah, Max was there, and really encouraging results for him. Had a couple of bad ones as well, but Max will take it on the chin and come back. Another ex-Ginetta Junior racing driver, of course. Robinson 3.854.
Here he comes.
Clear, he's through again. Deegan Fairclough goes through. Abby Pulling looking to try and make the move here on Bart Harrison as well. So Pulling is, I think, there. She's on the inside run. The pink trim can't quite do it. So, well, it was a great move there by Deegan Fairclough, but Abby couldn't quite capitalise on that gap.
So now Fairclough up to P6 behind his teammate Seaworthen in P5. And you can see this battle further back of Sherwood leading this group. So let's see again as they come into the final corner. And we see this move once again. Yes, very sort of easy move for him that time. He didn't actually lock up or have to go for any late lunge. He was already there. He put himself out of his mirrors and Harrison let him go. So, yeah, that's Skula out, unfortunately. Real shame for Excel. Yeah, I saw that it was front wing damage outside the commentary box, but they've thought that they better off saving the tyres maybe, or yeah, maybe they've got another issue. But yeah, Seaworthen dropped back a little bit now. He's got his mirrors full of his teammate Deegan Fairclough. So Fairclough is on the move at the minute. So either Reza needs to get back on terms with Shui and get through, or he's going to be under real pressure soon.
Fairclough again over the rounds that we missed at Silverstone and Zandvoort. We had the Silverstone round. Fairclough won the first race, Robinson won the second one, Seaworthen won the third one, so they were shared amongst the team, and Leo Robinson, who's out front in this one. Fairclough took a double with Ninovic winning the other race at Zandvoort, but Fairclough huge lead, and Seaworthen, the gap back to him, I was saying to him yesterday about, you know, if he had a good run he could close in, but there's a lot of points to catch up, isn't there, over the rest of the season?
You can see they were battling there in the braking zone coming into the final corner, and Fairclough has managed to already get a wheel up behind his rear left, but no, he thinks better of it. I actually thought he had a better run there, but fair play to Seaworth.
That had been a Carlin car, he'd have carried on.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Sorry, it's not Carlin Rodin.
Yeah, well, we know
said,
what you mean.
Yeah. Old habits die hard. That's Ninovic, isn't it?
Ninovic, yeah.
So he's broken down.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? That is
on the railway straight. That's a shame. And that's more points, isn't it, for Fairclough?
Yeah. And
now remember, I think one of our last shots when we saw Deegan Fairclough, didn't he have the failure at Thruxton, wasn't it, last time we saw him? He had that engine failure.
Yeah. Not sure what this one is though. We'll see. No, this isn't them. But Sherwood running very wide there as he goes through turn 1 into turn 2.
I think there might be a safety car for that, Phil, because it's in a little bit of a prone position.
I think you're right.
You know, that Clark, you can't see. It's very much uphill. If you ever get the chance to do a track walk, it's worth going to have a look. 3 minutes to go. Might even be a red flag.
It is for safety reasons.
Just as we say that. So, sensible decision from the organisers there. Car's still pretty much at racing speed, but that will, you know, negate any potential problems. It means that Robinson, he was pretty safe in the lead for the win anyway, and Ella Lloyd had driven superbly for P2. Kai Darianani, though, gets a podium. I'm trying to work out, I think that might be Kai's first podium, Phil.
That's with a penalty, though, isn't it? So
yeah, okay, so
I don't know if he will.
Track position will be happy. Yuanpu Cui then will take, he's had a podium already, had a win in the reverse grid race at Snetterton, did Yuanpu?
Leo, that was totally going your way. You reckon maybe a 5-second gap, and then they threw the red flags. Was that a relief, or would you have wanted to finish the race as advertised?
Well, I don't know. I was just cruising around by the end, so it's still a win. Doesn't matter if the red flags came out.
I mean, for you, it doesn't. But, I mean, tell us about how you built that lead early on. Is it all about the crucial laps when the tyres were good?
Well, I think we just had the race pace. I mean, by Steve built a second gap, we were just cruising. We knew I knew I had the pace, so I just didn't have to push it.